Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everyone? What up, what up? It's your girl, Miss DJ Hoodie. Getting at you guys on the last day of January 2024. It's January 31st. And we have Just Rob on panel. What up?
Yo. Reporting live from prison.
Yeah, so what was for lunch today in the prison food hall? The canteen.
It was, what was it? Chili cheese dogs.
Chili cheese
good.
dogs, what?
Yeah, pretty good. Thank you, taxpayers. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Were there onions?
Yes.
Ooh. Yes.
Simple.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It ain't no proper chili cheese dog without the onions.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you like your buns toasted?
Hey. We say we would not tell people our secrets. Oh, you mean the chili dogs? Oh, okay, yeah.
All your prison mates would be like, yeah, we heard what you said about the toasted buns.
Come here. No.
Yeah, back up.
Do you think we're calling bad energy by joking around with this? Watch me end up in prison.
Oh, that'd be rough.
Hell yeah, it would. For me. The fuck? I'm not to cuss as much. The fudge.
Oh, wow.
Oh, here they come. They're coming to get me.
Uh-oh. The sirens are about to go off.
Okay.
Oh.
How you doing, bub?
I'm doing good. Missing you.
Yeah, me too. It was one of them days.
Yeah. I think after having dinner with my family, I started to go downhill a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not about the family or anything. It's just, I think, just going out, me canceling my block as well. And I'm glad that I did that because, I don't know what I'm feeling right now. Like, I just feel drained. I feel tired. I feel sleepy. But the only thing that is, my creativity is still there. Like, ideas and stuff. But it's like, I got no physical energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling right now. And you guys, before we kicked on the cast, I lost track of time. Just Rob was like, yo, are you ready? And I'm like, huh?
There was a minute left and you're like, what? Ready for what? The show, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Ready for the show.
Yeah. I don't know where I went. I don't know where I was. But I don't know. Like, talking into the mic right now, my eyes are closed.
Mm-hmm.
So my head feels stuffy. But you know what I think it is?
What?
And you better not say anything after this.
Mm.
Because I will shut you up. But yeah, I think it is the dragon fruit. I think I had too much sugar. I did, however, have a small. I had a small dragon fruit, but we had pizza. I had a salad. and like 2 wings and lots of water.
I'm
But
drinking a lot of water.
yes, I drank a lot of water today. But pizza and dragon fruit, yeah, it spikes my sugar pretty high. So I'm maybe that's what I'm feeling right now. Like it's all in my face.
Mm. Your face.
It's all in my face.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, it's I don't want to be like, oh yeah, it's gonna go away, it's fine or whatever, and then just like ignoring it. I don't think that's the case. It's just what I'm feeling right now, and I didn't go to the gym like I said in a recording on MeWe. Yeah, I didn't do that because I had a phone call. That was my brother. That was like, hey, you wanna go have lunch or whatever, or dinner? And I'm like, right now? And I kind of didn't want to, but yeah, I just ended up saying yes since I cancel on them all the time. So we went, had that, came back, and it was like, ooh, I'm feeling weird. Oh yeah, I got a cast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many apologies for the beginning of this episode. Yeah, it's kind of dragging on to just bullshit, but it's fine. It'll get better once I open my eyes.
It's okay, babe. We all have them days. I think, well, you and I kind of talked about this earlier, but it's about all that other work you're doing too.
It's all about the what?
All the work that you're doing.
Mm.
It
Like
does,
the physical?
and the spiritual.
Oh yeah, way. Mhm.
So I know that that's what it is, but it'll get better. Trust me.
I
It's
do
a
trust you.
distraction.
Yeah.
They're trying to distract you.
Oh my gosh. What, like, are you talking like the physical pain that I'm feeling, or
Yeah,
like?
remember how I told you? Oh, okay. I'll tell you off air, but protect yourself. Remember how I told you to do that?
Mhm.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Yes,
And
I will. I'm doing
not
it
sure
right
if
now.
you did. I'm not sure if you did that when you went out to eat, but it's not even from your family. It's just being out in the public. It's draining sometimes.
Yes. And like I said, it's not my family. Like it was just being out. I felt good driving for a while. And I'm just trying to like not get myself caught up in traffic or shitty people cutting me off, or like it wasn't even that. Like it was just like, no, I didn't protect myself when I went out. Like it was just like, oh, okay, you're going out, you're going to eat, and it's family. I didn't even know if I was gonna cancel my block, and maybe it was all that workup. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I feel like I gotta do that before I'm doing something or plan to do something. Like it's like, okay, this is what I'm gonna be doing today. And like I said, when me and you were on the phone, it's like, oh, okay, babe, well, I got 6 hours until I gotta go do my block. So I'm guessing it's that worry and that stress that I had. Like, okay, what am I gonna do between noon until 6 o'clock p.m. And it was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna take a shower, I'm gonna work on this canvas, and I'm gonna put things together for the cast, and then I'm gonna go to work. So it was just all that buildup for, like, I don't want to say nothing. Well, I guess it kind of was, because I didn't go to the gym, I didn't have a refreshing shower yet. Instead of going to the gym, I was stuffing my face, and I didn't go to work. And I was supposed to go to the store and get cards. See, I didn't even do that. So it's all this build up, and it didn't even go that way. And I know in the past you said that, oh, this is why I don't like to plan stuff. I don't want to plan stuff. For me, I'm not even trying to have that attitude where it's like, oh, well, I shouldn't have planned. Because those are good plans. Like that should express how active I want to be, things that I want to do that are good things, positive things. That's the direction that I wanted to go, that I was attempting to go. It'd be completely different if it was like, oh, I plan on not doing shit today. Like that's, to me, that's a negative mindset to me. Not saying, but it's just, yeah, it didn't go that way. And it's like, okay, well, you cancel your block, you're doing a cast, you've already prepped for it. What's left? Go to the gym and get the cards and forget.
No. How did you forget when I messaged you when you said you left?
No, I meant like forget the feeling bad part. Forget about the exhaustion. And it's like, okay, like you're still kind of doing it, like you're still on the right track. It's just you didn't work and you feel sluggish right now, and it could be very much the sugar from the pizza and my dunks.
Yeah, dunks.
But still on the right track because it's only 6:43 p.m. right now, and once I cut this off, it's like, okay, do something. Go get cards or go to the gym.
Yeah. Well, it kind of goes to what I was telling you before, stressing and worrying and being anxious about something, and then it doesn't even happen. That's basically what it is. You tire yourself out just worrying about either something that's not happening right now or it won't even happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I tell you, like, don't worry about it. And I know you hate that go with the flow type shit, but that's what I guess that's what I mean when I say that. Like, just go with it. Let it go if it doesn't pan out the way that you want it to. Like, there's no point in beating yourself up on what you didn't do. But I know that you don't work that way. If you do need to beat yourself up about it, I just don't want you to take it into the next day. And be like, oh, well, yesterday I didn't do this, and today I'm not going to do this. And it just builds up negativity.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll be good. Sometimes you need to rest too, baby. You've been doing a lot.
I don't really, I don't know how to chill out sometimes. If it's not physical, definitely it's my brain, it's my head, it's the things that I think about.
Yeah, it is the mental part.
Man, I'm telling you, people, your own mind will fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
Your own mind can do that to you. That's why we're trying to we're trying to let you guys know that, yeah, like other people, they're so quick to blame other people for shit. And I know I expressed many times that when shit goes wrong with me, and if there are people around in my life at that present moment or that point in time, I always look at myself first. I never look at the other person to automatically blame. And one of the tweets that we're going to go over in today's episode, kind of, it touches bases with that. But yeah, like it's just my own mind. It's knowing something, but like not saying it to myself. Like, hey, like my body can tell me like, oh, I'm tired, but my brain will be like, yeah, but you can do one more delivery. Like you can go like another half hour. You can go another hour. And my body's like, okay, and I wonder why the fuck I wake up sore as fuck the next day. We gotta listen to our own bodies.
Yeah, we do.
because I think people, they may be like strong in the head, but strong in the head in a negative way. Whether it be to people, I think people are negative in the head to their own selves. So we need to correct that, all of us.
Yes, all of you guys. Because I'm perfect.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You are so perfect. Like, oh my God, I am like obsessed.
No.
I'm obsessed.
No.
Yes.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. You want to start with this article?
Actually, we're gonna start with the Twitter statuses,
Okay.
if that's okay.
No, it's not okay. No, I'm just kidding. Go for it.
Okay, so if you guys look on your screens, okay, this one says, being in a healthy relationship taught me that there's no such thing as, quote, this is who I am, take it or leave it, end of quote. When you genuinely love a person, you work on those toxic traits. You learn to communicate, you listen to each other's feelings, and encourage individuality. Back to life, back to reality.
That's actually in the article too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
I agree.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, people do carry that. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. Like, I don't know, and that's to people that I think speak too soon, because once they get into that relationship, and it's their partner is damn near close to perfect, something that they've been praying for, all of this is who I am, take it or leave it, it literally goes out the window, which I think is not a bad thing. It's just that you trust that person, and that person genuinely loves who you are, right?
Yeah, when you love someone too, you're more open to, I guess, adapting to them and their needs. You want to do it because you want them to be happy. And I'm not saying like do something that completely changes who you are, or that's not in your character, but it could be the smallest things, and it makes you a better partner, I guess. Mm-hmm. So yeah, being an individual is a good thing, but at the same time, you are building with that person. And I think that that's part of the reason why people fall apart or outgrow each other, is because they're not growing at the same rate, and if they're not adapting to their partner or their needs, and they're just like, no, this is who I am, you're gonna take it or leave it. You're not even being open to adapting. Not just you, but them adapting to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. The thing that I find interesting about this tweet is that, okay, so let's break this tweet apart. Okay, being in a healthy relationship taught me that there's no such thing as this is who I am, take it or leave it. It says, when you genuinely love a person, right, you work on those toxic traits. So if you were to tell that toxic person, because they are expressing or feeling like this is who I am, take it or leave it, is not a toxic trait, like, you're saying it back to them, and it's like, do you dare say that to a toxic person, that that's a toxic trait, and then it says you learn to communicate. So I think to a toxic person, it's almost like their backlash would be like, oh, I don't need to learn to communicate, because me expressing that this is who I am, take it or leave it, I am communicating that. I'm communicating that this is who I am, take it or leave it. That's almost narcissistic, right?
Yeah.
And it says you listen to each other's feelings and encourage individuality. So a narcissist would, they don't hear the other person's feelings, because if that's expressed, it's kind of telling them that, okay, you don't like my way. If you don't like my way, then hit the highway, kind of shit. And okay, you listen to each other's feelings and encourage individuality. It's almost like, to a person that is narcissistic, it's almost like they would it's either you're gonna be one or you're gonna be by yourself. And see, for them, it would just whiplash them back to being like, oh well, I'll just be single. Like fuck all of this. Fuck genuinely loving a person, and fuck having a person genuinely loving me. I don't need to work on any traits. I don't have any toxic traits. I don't need to learn how to communicate, because I'm already doing that by stating what I want, and you're going to give me what I want. And I don't need to listen to your feelings if you're going to disregard mine and not respect that this is who I am, take it or leave it, and encourage individuality. I don't need nobody. That's literally like what this tweet said to me. And I'm only saying this because I used to be that person. So I was the narcissist.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I broke this down, because it's like, yo, and let me tell you, a narcissist would be like, fuck this tweet. A narcissist would be like when you okay, this is what would trigger me if I was still a narcissist. You work on those toxic traits, and I would be like, scroll. I would have stopped it right there. And it says, being in a healthy relationship taught me. So for me, like right there, I probably wouldn't have those words weren't even there. So yeah, and I'm just telling you guys that this is how the majority of people, they don't hear. And let me tell you, babe, that the more we go into the next tweets, you're gonna be like, that sounds like somebody. All right, let's take it to the next tweet. Okay, the next tweet says, unhealed trauma will have you repeating the same dysfunctional relationship patterns with different people. Heal so you can unlearn these old patterns and manifest new healthy relationships with no trauma attached to them. So I think this is the one that I was talking about when it comes to, some persons that we know. Let's see. Unhealed trauma will have you repeating the same dysfunctional relationship patterns. That's the highlight, babe. And it's funny because like sometimes like we watch these people and have these dysfunctional relationship patterns. And it's almost like it kind of makes me want to take back the patterns word. I think it's just dysfunctional, just not a relationship, but lifestyle. What do you think?
I think for a person that's traumatized by something either they in their childhood or something that they lived through, it's hard to first of all identify it, second admit it, because then you have to admit that you have a problem and then you have to work on it. And depending on the trauma, it's your response. So how do you respond to the trauma? You know, what is the trauma? So are you going from one relationship to the other because you can't be alone, because maybe you were abandoned, so you have abandonment issues? So is that the trauma? And how are you responding to it? So yeah, of course you have to heal, but how do you heal something that you don't know you're traumatized by or you're suffering from? So that's why I said you have to identify it and accept it too. You have to be able to admit that there is a problem. That's the only way that you're gonna help yourself. But for a lot of people, that is the problem. They can't identify it because depending on when it happened to, if you were a child when it happened, you may not even know that you have an issue. And all these, I guess, behavioral patterns are a response to that trauma that, again, you don't even know you're experiencing. So it does get tricky when you're dealing with someone that's traumatized. Like I said, first of all, they have to accept it, because you can see it, you can point it out to them, but if they don't see it themselves, then they're just not gonna work on it. You can't heal if you don't work on it.
What I want to say is, it almost sounds like you're saying that to a child, you know. But it's almost like, okay, I feel like, you know how sometimes we say like, oh, that person was stunted because of the way that they act, like they're not just acting like a child, but like they're acting like, you know, like teenagers, right? Where they are stunted, and it seems like they still carry on that teenage attitude. What we talk about nearly every day is, you know, what about trauma in adults? Because it's almost like their traumas have occurred in their adulthood. That's why they're more violent, like they're more aggressive, and they're more like, you know, do I dare say it? Do I dare say it? Because it's everybody would know. You know what I'm saying? The famous line that this person always says is, "I'm a real man," right? So it's like, okay, you would not hear a teenager say that. So okay, the traumas that a grown ass man goes through, you know, yes, like, you know, rejection of women, you know, it could be a marriage, it could be a divorce, it could be, you know, just something like that, along those lines, that would cause a person to be violent. And it's like, how did those occurrences turn into trauma? Like, to me, I don't understand that. It's almost like that's something that just happens in life to modern people everywhere. Everybody goes through that. Trauma, I feel like, is something that happens to you that is not normal. Does this make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense, but um, the thing is, if something happened to them when they were babies, like infants, and they have no idea, they just grew up in it, they don't even know that it's toxic or whatever, right? They grow up thinking a certain way. It doesn't become apparent until they grow up and they're in a relationship or they're in a situation where they get triggered and that's their response. That's their trauma response.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so there's two things that are gonna happen. Either they're gonna accept that that was a trigger for them. If somebody points it out to them and says, "Hey, that's not a normal response. You're being whatever because of something that triggered you," they're either gonna accept it and work on it, or they're gonna be delusional and say, "No, I'm not wrong. You are," and they're gonna blame the other person or whatever, right? The situation, and so it just depends. Not everybody's gonna respond to the same trauma the same way. You can have three people growing up in the same environment, and they're all gonna have different experiences. They're all gonna respond to the trauma differently. So it is individual responses, and again, the person has to want to fix it. And by fixing it, you have to accept that there is a problem, and a lot of people can't do that. And most of it, some of it can also be what is it called? Defense mechanism, where they start blaming everybody else because they're like, "Oh no, you responded different, and you're the weirdo," or
Mm-hmm.
I'm the normal one. It's a defense mechanism too. Like some toxic traits are defense mechanisms. Some
Mm-hmm.
like that previous one where it's like, "Oh well, I am who I am. Either take it or leave it." Well, if you're a piece of shit, nobody's gonna take that. Nobody wants to be with a person that makes them feel like that. And you should want to fix that. If you want to have someone that because people can love you, but they don't have to stay with you if you're that type of person. If that is your mindset, they're not gonna want to be with you, even if you are a good person. But it's your attitude, it's how you carry yourself, and again, how you adapt to other people. And you can't go on your entire life blaming your traumas. You gotta heal from them. Again, that goes to accepting that there is something wrong.
Mm. First step is to admit that you are a dysfunctional person.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, thanks for that insight, and I agree. Next tweet is, if I address issues with you, it's generally out of love and wanting to make whatever relationship we have work. People, have this mindset. Have this mindset. Fucking try it. It just might do wonders for you.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, people. Next clip is, everybody wants to have a healthy relationship, but nobody wants to sit down and learn how to resolve a conflict. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very simple, and I just don't understand how people just fight. Like, they know they're doggone wrong. They know that they're wrong. But it's that no care, no mind into going through that whole fucking circle to go around just to appear right
Mhm.
than to just fix it. Like what we said yesterday, it's like people will throw away relationships. They'll throw away people just to not face the problem, not face the person. Like they would just rather get into a whole nother relationship. And we know people like this.
Yeah.
We fucked with people like this, and to this day, we still don't know why. Next clip. It says, okay, well, somebody asked, why do relationships fail more often? And somebody replied, everybody wants to be in a relationship for years, but everybody is not ready for the bad days, the crying, arguments, communication, communication going wrong. Relationships aren't fairy tales, and it's not easy. If you love each other, you have to stay solid through it all and make it work.
Yeah.
I kind of
I know.
disagree.
Yeah. Well,
Go on.
a relationship shouldn't be a job. It shouldn't be that difficult. Yes, you're gonna have difficult times. There's gonna be times where you go, either you or your partner goes through something, and you might even feel like, how do I fix this? But you're not gonna be able to fix everything. You just gotta sit with them and go through it with them. I guess learning how to do that goes with learning who you're with, the person that you're with. How do they react to stress? How do they react to conflict? How do they react to loss?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's something that you know for a fact that you can't deal with, like all these things you should learn early on in the relationship. I think that's the problem with, you know, and I mean, I'm pretty sure we all do it. We all, I think I read it in an article that say we send our ambassador in the beginning of the relationship. So we put our best personality in front so that the person can fall in love with us. But um, at some point, you're gonna get to you're not gonna be able to hide that who you really are, how you deal with stress, and if you're both in that space where it's like I'm by myself and this is how I'm gonna deal with it, then it's gonna be harder, and that's where the whole being in a relationship is hard. But it shouldn't. When you do come to say you and your partner are having an argument, how do we fix it together? It shouldn't be you versus me. It should be you and me versus the problem. So, of course, having communication, but you know, like this thing says, sometimes you just can't communicate or you're not understanding each other. Then you should be able to just take a step back and come back to the issue later. And if even that, like, you know that there's some people that are like, no, you can't fucking, don't walk away from me. We gotta fix this now. Sometimes the fix isn't now. You need to give that person time. I kind of lost track of what the hell I was saying, so I'm sorry if it doesn't make sense.
It makes perfect sense to me.
Okay. Yeah,
No,
I'm
I
over
mean
here
you said a lot of jewels there. You know, like you said it. You know, because it is a flare out. You know, like it's all of these things combined, and yeah, it's people being afraid of each other. You know, like it's like they can say up and down that they're not afraid of a relationship, but it's more like they're afraid of each other almost. And you know, you hit it a couple times in the head, you know, about this. And yeah, you're right. It's knowing that person before this tweet for you to really understand. Because yeah, if you don't understand a person, how they act to certain things or how they overcome certain things, get through certain things, then yeah, you're always gonna hit that part in the tweet where it says it's not easy. You know, and it's like, okay, well, what is this tweet referring to? What types of people? And the part that I disagree with is, and I've said this before, um, okay, in this tweet it says relationships aren't fairy tales. My question is why the fuck not? You know, because yeah, and I can't speak for everyone because everybody's walking around being stupid asses thinking that they're kings and queens and they're bosses, and you know, and they're naming their kids royal, and Irish and fucking, you know, like naming their son King. Yeah, I'm referring to Ti and Tiny. I love them, by the way. But I'm just saying, like everybody just thinks that they're so entitled because their birth certificate fucking says that, and it's and in no means do they act this way, but they feel like because they think that they're better than everybody, that they think that they do deserve a fairy tale relationship. And I know for a fact that I deserve a fairy tale relationship, marriage, life, because I I work. I do the best that I can. You know, I think I'm a decent human being. I'm not a shitty person. I know right from wrong, right? But it's and I guess I'm passionate about this because my abusive relationship, he always said that, oh, this is not like a white picket fence relationship and it'll never be. And it's almost like he's telling me that I don't deserve it and that he's not the type of dude to give me that because he don't believe in that. So it is almost like he's putting like he was putting me down, and it was like, fuck that. Like, I deserve that. Why can't I have that? And why would you not want me to have that? Why can't you work hard to give me that? Because you know that I'm a good person. I'm a good, you know, woman to you. You know, I do my best, and you don't see that. So that part, it is triggering, but overall the message, you know, the tweet, um if you are with the right person, in my opinion, loving someone should not be hard. You know, when people say, "Oh, marriage is so hard." What? Like, what's hard about it? Is it hard to not flirt with other people? Is it hard to, you know, like now you have a family, now you have a wife or a husband, and now you got to work extra hard and you don't want to? Or it's like, you know, more people in the household, more bills, and you feel, and you're just missing your bachelor days. Like, and I know I'm probably just making these things up as I go, but that's what a relationship is. And it says, it's not easy. If you love each other, you have to stay solid through it all and make it work. That sounds like go through the stress, like go through the stress, go through the struggles, and make it work. That honestly kind of rubs me the wrong way, and I think, of course, people that, you know, like this tweet, they're retweeting this tweet, they're commenting on this tweet, and they're like, yeah, you know, like, yeah, I agree. It's for people like them, you know. But for me, it's like, nah, you gotta work this a whole lot better if you want to be with me, because I don't want to hear it's not easy. Like, I don't want to hear, you know, you have to stay solid, because that almost comes from a person that, like, that there's like no emotion. Like, there's no emotion, there's no like understanding. Only that, oh, we gotta stay solid through the thick and thin, no matter what. And it's like, don't talk to me like that. Like, I feel like fucking crying, dude, because it's like, man, like, and I know it's not that I need to be babied and you gotta carry me through the hardships. Like, the only hardship that I feel is that, you know, whether it be jobs, finances. But if you're talking like, what does it say? Mm, like you have to get ready for the bad days, the crying, the arguments, communication going wrong. At towards the end of that, it's almost like buck up, son. Like, I'm just telling you, like, what the fuck. Because we always say we don't know how people perceive things. I'm telling you that this is how I perceive it, and it does rub me the wrong way. If I had a talk with Miss Jenny over here, I would be like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what? And I know it's just a tweet, and I'm ripping it apart, and and it's almost like I'm working it to fit my narrative, but I'm just telling you that I'm just one person that read this, and I perceived it this way, and it is kind of like, why the fuck not? Why can't I have a fairy tale relationship or marriage or lifestyle? And it's almost like people that go way beyond that reach for shit that and they don't even deserve it, just because they have one Louis Vuitton bag, they think that they deserve the whole fucking Disney movie.
I think the fairy tale relationship, it's I think it's something that people want, but there's a balance there. Yeah, you want that, but you can't, in my opinion. I'm not attacking
Disclaimer.
you. Disclaimer.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love you. I love you, babe.
Oh my god, let me protect myself.
There's a balance. You can't be delusional and think that nothing's gonna ever go wrong. And something going wrong in a relationship shouldn't be you and me. It should be, you can't control the outside influences. For example, your house burns down. You, in a fairy tale, I mean, yeah, people come and rescue you and shit. Not just literally come rescue you, but somehow you end up with a mansion and all these things in the fucking movie, right? But that's not real life. Your house burns down, you're gonna be stressed the fuck out. You're probably not gonna have a place to go live for a while until the insurance money comes. But that's a different story. But anyway, there's outside influences. A death in the family. How do you react to that? It shouldn't be. And again, we go back to the stress thing. How do people handle stress? Because there's people that shut down, and when your partner shuts down, you might be the type of person that takes it personal, and it's like, well, you shouldn't be shutting down with me. I should be able to help you. But so it's a lot of things that can factor into this, and that's what makes it not a fairy tale relationship. Because in a fairy tale relationship, everything is perfect, nothing ever goes wrong, and that's just not how it is. That's not how life is. But should you, between you and your partner, make that fairy tale relationship for each other? Yes, you should. But just, again, not be delusional and think that nothing's ever gonna go wrong. You just gotta, you have to treat each other like you are living in a fairy tale. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly, because I feel like that people that say shit like this, that type these things and even act like these things, I don't think they've ever fucking seen not even one fucking Disney movie in their entire childhood upbringing. And it's they don't understand the love part, because they're afraid to be sappy. They're afraid to listen to their girlfriends or their wives, or they're so independent that they don't need a man, not even their husbands. and they're each of them are out there doing their own thing. You know, a wife could be out there having her own clothing shop, nail, hair salon, and then you got homeboy over here like he's flipping houses and flipping cars or whatever the fuck, right? And it's not. And then they go home like, oh yeah, going home to my queen, going home to my king. Like, it's okay. Like, it almost makes me want to ask or be like, I want to see a bad day between you guys. I want to see the crying. I want to see the arguments. I want to see how you guys communicate when things go wrong. And things going wrong is being like, you didn't show up to lunch on time, and and it's little petty stuff that they get angry about. And is that an appropriate household? Are things supposed to be this way? Because social media will make it so that it is this way. It is supposed to be this way. And social media does influence a lot of people into thinking, that this is what a beautiful woman should look like. The hair, the weave, the eyelashes, the injections, the big ass hips and small waist, and like it's that's what I said. We do live in an illusion world. And tweets like this, it does kind of make people like just see this on the surface, and they don't really dig deep like what we're trying to make people see. So I think this is just one of those topics that is, man, we can just keep going on it. Is there anything that you want to add to this one?
No, because you said it. I was going to talk about social media and how it makes people believe in fairy tales, I guess. Because you see the best part of a relationship or the best part of a person, but that's just what they want you to see. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I mean, just recently I told you about what, two or three different marriages that fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
And, to the outside world, everything was perfect. Everybody wanted that type of relationship, marriage, or whatever it was, but we obviously don't see the bad shit. We're not there for all the bad stuff. So it kind of goes back to how I said about don't be delusional and think that everything is just, fucking roses and shit. It's not peachy like that. Things do go bad, and it's how you handle that. I'm not saying you can't have a fairy tale relationship, but you gotta work at it. And
watch a fucking Disney movie. That's what the fuck it's supposed to look like. Yes, talking to animals. Yes, just fluttering with the birds. Swimming with the fishies. That's what the fuck it's supposed to feel like. Flying in the sky with Dumbo. Yes.
You said it.
I want that.
You said it, babe. You said it. What it's supposed to feel like.
Oh my gosh, stop it.
That's not what it is.
But it is though.
It can be.
It can.
If you have the right person, yes, it can be. It can feel that.
Exactly. Yes. That's my point. Is that you should want to find someone that is like Prince Charming. Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
But you can't go out there being a whole ass thought. You can't be out there being those like I can't even put words, but you should not want to be those things and think that that's classy, because it's not. And I've been in comments, right, where women were like, yeah, well, I like this type of dude, and I'd be wanting to put in a chat like, bitch, like no professional man wants a stank attitude bitch like you. And it's just, yeah, their preferences in finding a mate is, yeah, it's like they're the ones that are reaching. And it's like no professional man, no man that has any respect for himself is gonna want someone like yourself. And if no dude fall for them, then it's like they have a whole shit ton of shit to say, talking shit. But yeah, no, that's insane to me how people just think that they deserve. But let's go into the last tweet. And let me tell you guys, we're gonna talk more about all of these things. Okay, so this is just kind of like a introduction, so to speak. But this last tweet says, dating is supposed to be fun. Relationships are supposed to be fun. Love is supposed to be enjoyable. Don't ever let the internet convince you that you have to suffer first to deserve a genuine connection with someone. I just said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the internet fucking does that. Like it's okay, and we briefly talked about this yesterday, or I mentioned their names, Blueface and Krishan Rock. It's like like this on again, off again, and she gets pregnant, they're like, what the fuck? And then he gets locked up or some shit. He was disrespecting his son, trying to embarrass his son, and his son don't even know what the fuck's going on, exposing him to strippers, and just because this child isn't like in at the party or whatever, and he's in his they're partying up in a mansion, and the kid goes into the pantry to look for food, and the motherfucker has a goddamn nerve to be like, oh my god, is my son gay? What is he doing in the pantry? There's a ton of bitches out here. Like, and then you have Krishan Rock over here, and I will talk shit, okay? But this is, you guys attacked her mental illness. This shit was not me. But it's almost like, alright, if I'm gonna talk my shit, I'm gonna say, why she didn't spend her money fixing her snaggletooth, but she wanna get a tattoo tatted of Blueface on the side of her face. And yo, I agree when people were like, hey, that's mental illness at its finest. I agree. But this on again, off again relationship is to what people were saying, like, oh, this is the type of relationship that no one will ever understand but them. And people are just looking like they're glorifying these people. And these are a bunch of nobodies, in my opinion. And it's just like, oh, like, I want to look like her. I want to be as bad as her. I want what she got. I want the hair that she got. I want the face that she got. And I want to do that she got. And, vice versa with Blueface. And they want that thrill. They want that excitement. They want that money. They want that image. They want that popularity. They want the follows, the likes, the shares, the clicks, the downloads. They want all of these things, thinking that that's what it's supposed to be. And it's not just them, but it's Cardi B and whatever the fuck his name is. They got McDonald's deals, and it's like, yeah, you're always gonna be stuck with that brown bag special. And people want that. People want that McDonald's money. They want that background of a house, of a bedroom. And it's filthy, it's disgusting, it's shitty behavior that people want. And the internet is doing a lot of convincing in these people, thinking that that's their way up in the world. And we can get into like a lot of things. There was a video of a guy that was like, yo, I'm sick and tired of old ass people like Whoopi Goldberg that are getting on Gen Zs and millennials and shit like that about, don't be lazy working when, you know, $30,000 was a lot of money back in their day, but it ain't shit now. Like it's a lot more higher than that. And, it's he does have a point, but it's like, yo, okay, you can bitch about the old people talking shit, but yo, why don't you try to get into these young cats that, hey, sometimes social media ain't it. Maybe it's not it for you, but the kids aren't ready to hear that. So listen to my old ass, the kids. Anything you want to add, babe?
Nope. I have no idea who these people are. I'm glad I don't know who they are.
Yeah, stay pure. Stay pure, babe.
Yeah, I'll just stay in my dumpster.
You're cute in your dumpster.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, do we have enough energy to get through this article?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
You know what? Basically, do you just want to do a run through? It's not even that deep.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'll leave it to you.
You breathe, baby. Breathe.
I need to be back to Zen.
Yes, go back.
Yes.
So the title of the article is 10 Signs You Are in a Mature Relationship. It's, I don't know, like Times of India or something.com. I don't see 10. Did you see 10?
Yeah, it says 1 out of 11. So the first one is just a question. Are you in a mature relationship? Let's find out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think so. There was no number 1, so already I don't like this article. So let's just go to number 2 because there was no number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess these are the signs, okay? Effective communication in a mature relationships. Or what is it? Mature relationships are built on open, honest, respectful communication. Partners are able to express their thoughts, feelings without fear of judgment, and actively listen to each other. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a mature relationship? Shouldn't that be like the basic?
You mentioned that. You were like, these are basic things that it should be.
This is minimal effort. If you don't have this in your relationship, it's not even. I don't know what you're doing. You're really not. So, yes,
well, people communicate through sex, and they just leave it at that. But that's not really a mature relationship, now, is it?
I don't know. Is it?
Okay, so a lot of maturity going on.
Yeah.
Wink.
I grew up this morning.
I grew up this morning. Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we sound immature as fuck right now, but we are communicating in a respectful way, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
So yes, obviously, effective communication is important. You should be able to talk to the person that you're with in a respectful way.
Should we, okay, disclaimer again. When Rob and I do these, episodes where we're talking about dating and relationships, I don't know if you guys ever noticed that we never hashtag marriage. Okay, because me personally, I don't want people to think that we're trying to rub it in people's faces that our marriage is perfect. I'm in no means trying to, I guess, express that. You guys should know that I've always covered dating and relationship topics. So just because I have just Rob on panel, it's not all of the time, But I'm just saying that we are in no means trying to say that our marriage is perfect. Um, we, I don't think we have, but we were discussing, uh, talking about, telling you guys that we wanted to, I guess, bring some of the things um, that we had disagreements on. But of course, we don't want to like say too much about it. Not that our debates, our disagreements were all that bad, but we are we are married, we are best friends, we are podcasters, and we're trying to keep this very professional, okay? But when I want to bring, because right now I want to bring in little examples of what it looks like, because we are actively, like we're together, we communicate, we talk, we share, we love, and all of these things, we do things together. We just want to share what that looks like, and it's a little addition to these articles, not to rub in your faces, because a lot of people, I'm pretty sure they think that we're just doing these topics to talk about us. No. We are not trying to do that. So, do you want to give a little example of what this looks like when it comes to effective communication between you and I?
Well, when there is something that you don't agree with, someone, your partner, says something that you took personal, I guess effective communication should be, like it says, a respectful way to bring it up. Like, you said something that hurt my feelings or whatever. And they should listen to you. They should, I guess, be open to apologizing. That's something that I have heard. Not to bring a part of a relationship into it, but I have heard, like, you don't apologize. Um, be respectful, I guess. Listen to them, be open, and sometimes it is just about apologizing. And effective communication should be them being able to come to you. If you were to say something to me that I take personally, if I feel like I can't even come to you with whatever it was, then we don't have a mature relationship. We don't have effective communication. We have to bottle up our feelings, and yeah, we're pretty much doomed already. You and I do communicate a lot more than I used to, more than I ever have with anyone. I don't talk about my feelings, and with you, it doesn't feel like I'm doing that. It doesn't feel like, yeah. Where did I hear this? I don't know where, but I said there's a balance between, for guys, there's a balance between communicating with your significant other and being their girlfriend. Like, I'm not gonna talk to you about my feelings if it doesn't involve you. Like, if it's not, I'm not gonna come to you and be like, oh, today I felt like this, and maybe sometimes I do, and I don't know, maybe you could talk about it, but I feel safe doing that, being vulnerable with you. So if you're asking me if I think we have effective communication, yes, we do. And sometimes because you are so understanding, it makes it easy for me to just open up to you.
Yeah, I enjoy that you can do that with me, because not a lot of people trust me, and on top of that, not a lot of people know how to do that. Even with the partners that they are with, like, they can't even do that. So, um,
I
what?
could tell you that I didn't know how to do that, and I could tell you why it went that way. Like, I'm an honest person, so if I have something to tell you, I'm gonna tell you. But
Mm-hmm.
in my case, in my past, when I came to someone with the truth, and like I was honest about something, if it gets thrown back at me, or if it gets used against me, or if even by me telling you the truth, you're accusing me of lying about something or holding something back, I'm just not gonna do it. So when I did it with you, when I came to you about something and you were open to it, you listened to me, you understood me, and we talked about it. It opened that for me with you. I'm okay with being vocal with you and coming to you whenever there is an issue, even if it's not with you. Even if I have an issue with someone else, I'd rather come to you because you're more understanding than most people. So it is about the person that you're with, and it should be them accepting and understanding you and making you feel safe, like this article says.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, babe.
Thank you for trusting me.
Always.
Before moving on to number 2, I just want to say the part where it says partners are able to express their thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. That one, I relate to the judgment part of it because I do judge people. Okay, let me just say that outright. But I do have a fear of being judged, especially okay, with other people, I don't really give a shit. Um but the person that I'm with and that I love, that I cherish, I do have that fear of Rob judging me. And I've said this to him. I'm able to express share my thoughts and my feelings with Rob about him judging me. And I'll give a quick example. You guys heard in previous episodes where I'm like, yeah, I do what I say I'm going to do. And this past year, it has been wonderful. The whole 2023, it was wonderful with Rob. But of course, that individuality, right? I was still going through things by myself. And it was like when I said that I was going to do something and I didn't, and I kept expressing to Rob like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and like, oh, did you do it? No, I didn't do it, but I'm gonna do it, don't worry, I'm gonna do it. And oh, did you do it? Like, no, I didn't do it. So it was a bunch of that, and then it just got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna do it. Like, it's there, but just for him not to ask me, I'm not gonna bring it up. And I have more than a couple times said like, I'm sorry that I let you down, if I let you down. And and kind of like confessing a little bit like, oh, this is the reason why. And he doesn't judge me, he just encourages me to, like, it's okay, like sometimes when we fall, like you just gotta marinate in it and then get back up and then try again. Like it's always words of encouragement. He tells me all the time that he's proud of me. Just things like that. And we do express our thoughts and our feelings when it comes to those like just whatever the fuck we're going through as individuals, and just getting each other's input, like, hey, like, I'm thinking about doing this, what do you think about it? And that's like on the surface, but we do go deep into like how it's going to make us feel if the thing, whatever it is we're talking about, works or if it doesn't work, and how it's going to affect us individually and as a couple. So yes,
Yes.
communicate. The next one is mutual respect. You want to read it?
Respect is the fundamental foundation in a mature relationship. People in mature relationships honor each other's individuality, opinions, and boundaries. They treat each other with kindness and consideration. Again, this sounds like a bare minimum that you should get in a relationship.
It
But
must be hard for people.
you talking about, I don't even know their names, Blueface and whoever else. it sounds like they don't have any of these
No,
things.
they don't.
So, I mean, there's obviously relationships out there, and that, man, even communication, that simple. Like, how are you in a relationship with someone and you don't talk to them?
Mm-hmm.
But there are not just relationships, marriages where they don't talk at all. So
Mm-hmm.
that's just crazy to me. But yes, be respectful of your partner, honor them. Uh, I was gonna say allow them to be themselves, individuals, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like I'm giving you permission. That just makes me sound like I'm toxic, but just let them be safe with you, to be open, to be themselves, to have opinions. That's another thing. People seem like they can't even have an opinion about something. Or like you and I don't agree on everything. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when you talk about how you see things and or these people and stuff, I'm like I don't see that. Uh, it's okay. We can have differences in opinions.
Yeah,
We're
I
not
just
gonna
hang
get mad
back
at
like,
each other.
okay, you'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. But and the boundaries part, I think we talked a lot about boundaries in the last few episodes. Um, I think you and I both agreed that there shouldn't, but no, but these are relationships. We're not talking about marriage. Never mind. Fair enough.
Okay, well, I want to take it to individuality. All right. So Rob still treats me with kindness and consideration, even though I have my own OnlyFans page. So that's am saying. Yeah, and he honors that, right? So
Mm,
I just want to say that.
mm, mm.
I'm kidding, you
No.
guys. No, okay. One, and I'm not gonna bring it up entirely, but you and I did do we did do an episode a while back, and it was about Takashi, what he said on the Breakfast Club. Remember
Mm,
about that specific word?
mm,
And you were cool with it, but I wasn't. I was like,
mm,
because can you imagine a slave owner, saying that word with an ER and being like, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? And it's like, yeah, if we were on the fucking plantation and a motherfucker said that, like, yeah, like who's gonna take one for the entire team of how many fucking years of slavery? Like,
mm,
and it's almost like that, and that was just my own personal scenario of that's just how bad I take it. But we didn't agree, like I didn't agree with what he said. The only thing that I can do is just voice my opinion of what it sounds like when a stupid ass like himself, Mr. Skittles over there, says that. Okay, who's gonna stop him from saying it? And they all should have
mm,
just tackled him right there, but I don't know why the fuck they didn't do it. But it is his opinion. It's reckless, but I gave my opinion, and if it sounded reckless and stupid and sensitive, and it's just like, well, you know what, that's just my opinion. But I didn't, like, after we cut the mic off, it wasn't like I was giving him silent treatment. It wasn't like, I can't believe you fucking said that. Like, oh my god. Like, I didn't treat him anyway. It was just like, yeah, it I can't even say that it hurt. It was just like, I understand why you would, like, I don't, not agree, but like, I understand your side, and
mm,
it's just a culture thing, and for me it's like, I just don't like it. I just don't like that word, and we just kind of like left it at that. But there was no like argument or resentment
mm.
towards each other. But he knows how I feel, and I know how he feels, and as long as we understand that, and it's just like, don't don't say it in front of me, because I just might hit you. I'm gonna hit you and that person that you're saying it to, because the motherfucker's letting you, and he probably should hit you too. But
I say you can't use your hands to hit me.
wow, you something.
Moving on. The next one is, as long as you give me emotional support after, it's fine.
After I hit you, yes.
Yes, so the next one is emotional support. We sound so immature right now, babe.
No, we sound toxic as hell.
Yeah. Partners provide emotional support to each other in both good and bad times. They offer comfort, encouragement, and a safe space for each other to share their vulnerabilities. True. Again, bare minimum. If you don't have this in your relationship, it's not even being mature or not. You need to change partners. My opinion.
Well, people, they hold that, like, they want, again, it goes back to that tweet. They want someone solid, someone who's not gonna fall apart. And it's like, man, like, okay, you're just a tin man not wanting a heart. It's and the example that I can give to you guys is that, even though sometimes I do express my anger a lot. And, it sometimes comes out as comedy, as entertainment. When I talk about my deliveries and stuff, motherfuckers cutting me off or old asses shoving me, right? And it's like, yeah, at the end of the day, it's like that is a lot, even though like I'm expressing it on the cast in a way that's funny. It's entertainment. But it still happened to me. And I don't even know what I did wrong, right? So at the end of the day, I'm feeling down. I don't know what it is, but it's almost like, okay, I have an idea of what it is. I don't know what to do with it. It's I'm holding it deep down inside, and I need some kind of relief. So whether, for you guys, it might be sex, it might be talking about it, it might be eating everything in your whole goddamn refrigerator or ordering DoorDash, okay? But for me, it's like I need snuggles. Like I need to run into Rob's arms, and he doesn't have to say anything to me. I don't have to say anything. Or sometimes I tell him, like, I'm just gonna talk. I don't need an answer. I don't need, confirmation. I don't need an argument. Like, just let me talk. Just let me get it out. Just hug me, squeeze me, tell me everything's okay. And I'm allowing myself to be vulnerable, and he's allowing me to be vulnerable to him. So I definitely get that comfort from Rob.
We both do. I get it from you too. There's a lot of things that I do that I'm like, what the hell? What's the point of doing that? It's nothing. Every time that you thank me for something, I'm like, well, I didn't do anything. And like it says, in the good times and the bad times, you give me more good times. You make me look at myself in a better light. So it is an emotional comfort, some emotional support. Oh, look at us getting sappy.
Yeah. And everybody from our past is cringing right now. Yeah, I'm glad it's not with you. Moving on.
Moving on. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. We have plenty of these, right, babe?
Yeah, we do.
And that is conflict resolution.
Yikes. Says conflicts are part of any relationship. However, mature couples handle conflicts in a constructive manner. They engage in healthy discussions, seek compromise, and avoid resorting to destructive behaviors like name calling or blaming. Yes. Name calling, you idiot.
You sap.
You sappy dummy. Come here, dum dum.
Oh, hell no.
It's on now. No, mature.
Okay, so example, is let's see. I think overall we do have healthy discussions and we do seek compromise. But I think the compromise part, we we've been feeling that before we even say anything. And most of our compromises, they are um it's the same answer. It's not like, oh, like you saying we should compromise like this, and then me saying, oh, we should compromise like this. Like our compromises are always the same thing. Like if I mention something, you're like, oh shit, I was just gonna suggest that, like I was just gonna say that. So we're on the same page most of the time when it comes to compromise. Sometimes we're like, well, why don't we try it like this, or next time this is about to go down, why don't we stop and ask ourselves, like, yo, is this a modern fight or is this a spiritual fight? Because to us, in our relationship, in our marriage, there is a huge difference.
Yeah, those spiritual conflicts are pretty hard to deal with. Sometimes, I mean, not always, but it's hard to identify. Like, is this really us fighting or is this something else?
Oh, hey, we got Laura in the chat. Hey, Laura, it's Alabama Mammy. She says in the chat box, y'all sound so happy together. When you think about each other's feelings more than your own, that's when a relationship will work. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I was listening to your voice blog, Laura, where you said that you said that you were just done with relationships since 2019 or something like that, right? You said, and I was like, wait, what? This is like this was coming from my sex educator.
Thank you, by the way.
Yes, and Laura, I would love for you to meet my husband, Rob. And Rob, this is the woman that I was telling you about that, yeah, oh my gosh, our voice blogs were hella fucking funny, dude. Like, yeah, she was the one that said that she'd fuck Pinocchio and she wants a motherfucker to lie to her. But yes, like she, oh my gosh, like the vibrating panties, the dildos, the shower heads, the fucking power washers.
Also, our Friday nights. I love that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh. You know what? And Laura, let me tell you, as my life went on, all the things that you shared with me that you, I don't want to say like you taught me, but just the things that you mentioned, yeah, I'm like, oh, this was what Laura was talking about. Shit. Yes, this is the famous Alabama Mammy that I was telling you about. And I even talked about her like in previous Y Run episodes like a few years ago. Yeah. So yeah, people know about you, girl. Go check her out. I'll throw her information in the description when this cast is over. But yes, and she said no since 2011. And when you said about oh my gosh, you said Jeff. Since Jeff, why don't y'all hook up then? I mean, he's still around. You guys are still talking. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know what the business is with you guys, but yeah, I'll
she's
just
looking for a mature relationship.
She what? What'd you say?
So maybe she's looking for a mature relationship.
Oh yeah, well he's not mature enough. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. If he's listening, because I posted the live show on the site that we're all like running back to, and yeah, I don't know if he would ever press play to listen to this entire this entire episode, but Laura says I am a rejuvenated virgin.
Congratulations.
Oh my gosh. No one from your job or any place? Yo. I remember you talked about the dude that used to suck your toes real good. What happened to him? Wasn't he your ex-husband? See? She's like, nope. Ooh. Yeah, it's... You know what, Laura? We need to do a voice blog. I was going to hit you up in a private chat. And she says, oh my God, John. I don't know his name. I remember you said that he sucked your toes real good. And you were like, oh my God. She said it again. Oh my God, John. Okay. Hit up John. And I want to hear all about it in a voice blog. Say what?
Why are you trying to hook her up with someone? Maybe she likes being single.
I don't know, because if she says that she don't want to be with no one, I would be concerned. Like, this isn't the Laura Trejo that I know. Okay, let's go on to the next one. The next one is a fine balance between independence and interdependence. You want to go ahead and read it?
While each partner maintains their independence in a mature relationship, they also embrace interdependence. Partners support each other's personal growth while also creating and maintaining a strong bond with each other. So be dependent but not codependent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You explain that one, because I don't know, maybe I am codependent and I don't see it. I'm too blind by love.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so all right. This one's kind of easy because it's just how it is right now, but if you guys didn't know, I'm in Arizona and Rob is in California. And we visit each other quite often and for a fair amount of time. And we do this because we both have families. So, you know, he has his family and then I have my family. And no, we're not talking like children. Like, neither of us have children. You know, it's just our...
Well...
Or do we? But you know, I have my parents. You guys, you know, heard my parents on the cast before, and you know, just Rob, he has his family there. So and this is what works for us right now. Like, there's no like there's, you know, we're too far apart to be arguing. So we spend a lot of time on the phone, like, you know, whether it's you know, like we do the FaceTiming and, you know, things like that. But we are on the phone with each other the majority of the time. You know, I trust him and he trusts me, and you know, we have a lot of discussions, like both modern and spiritual. So you know, our spiritual connection is a lot more stronger than our modern, and I think that's why the separation between us, it works, because we are more involved spiritually, and nobody has to understand that, nobody has to be with us on that, but it's just us for the time being. And of course we do talk about the future. We do talk about, like, you know, when we're gonna, like, you know, really like be together like 100% of the time. But right now it's more spiritual. The spiritual side of things is a lot more important to us in the modern. So it's just what works for us. But we are married, and because of this separation, I'm going through my own stuff, right? And yeah, I let him know. I let him know what's going on. When I was getting my certification to be a teacher, I did that by myself, and he was present, like he was, there, and helping me with my curriculums and things like that. And he goes through his things, and I respect that. I acknowledge it. He tells me about it. So it's like we're going through our own personal growth, while we are creating and maintaining a strong bond with each other, like the article says. So let's see. Laura says, I really do like to be single. And she also says, so wait, where is he? He's in California, in LA. Yes. So, and I don't know if I should, you know what? I'm just going to tell Laura, because I obviously I would tell her this, like whether in a public voice blog or in private, but yeah, we met a year ago, and a couple months in, I asked him to marry me. And he said...
Well, I said yes, of course. Why not?
And you said, I will marry you, over and over and over. I was yes, like, yes. Say what?
I said yes, I would marry you every day.
Mm-hmm. I know that's right. Yeah, so we've girl, there's a whole fucking story. And I trust Laura. I've been friends with her for years. Like man. So I do trust her, and I will tell you like in private, and oh my gosh. And you know what I can already see, babe?
Mm.
Motherfuckers reaching out to her.
Oh no.
Oh my god. And Laura's gonna get sucked in, and she better not, because man, I come out swinging. Like, you are not coming for my mammy. You're not. You better leave her the fuck alone.
Sex coach.
Okay. All right, let's get on to the next one. The next one is trust and honesty.
Yes, trust is important in any relationship. In a mature relationship, partners are transparent with each other, and there is a foundation of trust that allows for vulnerability without fear of betrayal. Man, that trust.
Mm-hmm.
See, that was the first thing when I felt like, yeah, I could trust you. Like you just mentioned, we met each other. What was it, like 2 months, 3 months, when we decided to? Well, you decided to ask me if I would marry you, and just based on like how we met, where we met, it took a lot of trust, and the trust was instant too. That's the first thing that I noticed was like, yeah, I do trust you with everything that you were telling me, and I knew that you were telling me the truth. So that trust and honesty, like I said earlier today, I can't be honest with you, and I know sometimes. What are you laughing about?
I'm sorry.
Laura, stop it.
No. Go ahead and finish, and then I'll read the chat. But...
Well, that's why I said, Laura, stop it. Yeah, I can be honest with you, and you're not gonna use it against me. You're not gonna throw it in my face. So it's a safe place to be. There, I'm done.
I'm sorry, babe.
No.
That was just funny, and I believe it. Laura says Jeff's still reading relationship manuals. There's still manuals? Yo, tell him that there's YouTube videos now. There's podcasts now.
Yes. You gotta teach people how to be human.
You know what, babe? We should make him a zine.
There you go.
Look at the colorful pictures. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, yeah, trust definitely. If you tell me not to say anything, I won't say anything. Because yeah, and I think it's probably like my childhood traumas, right? But for me, it's like, in adulthood, right? It really is nobody's business, and I wanted him to trust me because I trust myself in a lot of things, and you should be honest with yourself. If like, do you trust yourself to do this or not do that? But um I well, the more that we were talking and getting to know each other, and um and I think being and feeling lonely made me try it, you know just to be like, okay, where do we stand as friends, because we were friends at first. um and for me, and whether I can blame this on being an Aries, right? Aries, we we just we just jump into shit without, we leap without looking. And so for me, I'm always willing to take a chance, because I've been rejected, I've been, abused, I've been, it's like, what the fuck, what worse can happen? Like, if I said, like, oh, like, I like you, do you like me? And if Rob were to be like, no, I don't like you, I don't see you that way, then of course it's like I got burned, I got rejected. But it's like, okay, well, the worst that could happen is him saying no, and I got my no. So okay, we'll move on, it never happened, whatever. But I wanted to see if I told him my deepest, darkest, where would that trust go? So when we discussed all the things that I went through, as a kid and, teenager and in my 20s, um just nearly every bad thing, it just came out, and it was just me just saying it. It's no different. Well, I looked at it like it was no different than me saying it on a podcast, which I have done before, but it was almost like I need to tell him more. And I did tell him more. And it was like, okay, now it just depends on how he's gonna take it. Now, one of the things that made me think about should I tell him more is that, okay, because I'm on a podcast, because he is, a supporter, um, it's like, okay, when if he goes behind my back and says all what I've said, how is it gonna make me feel? Because it is, like, it would expand if he was a shit person, right? So for me, it was like, okay, well, if he says this to somebody else, is this really gonna hurt me? Yeah, it's gonna hurt that, I trusted this person that I looked at as my friend, saying this to somebody that maybe doesn't like me or I don't like. Am I okay with that? And it was like, yeah, but I'm only gonna say it because I do trust him. I enjoy our conversations. He makes me laugh, and I was able to express this other thing. He didn't judge me with it. He helped me out with this other thing, giving me advice, or, just giving me an honest opinion. So, um, and the article says, vulnerability without fear of betrayal. I never felt that he would betray me. And I feel very lucky to have that kind of, not just relationship or marriage, but that friendship with Rob.
Yeah, that being able to be vulnerable without being in fear of betrayal, that is important. And I felt that too. When I was telling you stuff that I've never told anybody before, I was like, I know that I can do it. I know that I can trust you with it. I can be vulnerable with you, and that, like I said, was hard because me growing up, I was told that you don't share, you don't talk about your feelings, and that's not something we do. So that's how I grew up. I grew up thinking that too. You know, it's like, well, how can I be open with you and not share these things with you? And you made it okay for me to do it. And I think that made me a better person because I'm not holding anything from you. I'm completely open to you, and I trust you.
One thing that I want to say is that um you have to give each other time. That was another thing because yeah, you know, things have always been good. Like the entire year of 2023, you know, just as much time as we spent together on the phone just talking and getting to know each other and, you know, being vulnerable. You know, we've cried together, we've, you know, expressed many different types of anger and sadness and fear and all of those things. But it um there were things that I wanted to say to him, and there were things that he wanted to say. That how many months in to our relationship and even in our marriage that we still kind of held back from saying. And it's not because we didn't trust each other. It was just like, yo, those bad things, you know, our deepest, darkest was way in our past. And we were just enjoying being happy together and creating memories together. That when we were our most happiest, even after, you know, I put a ring on it, right? That it was like, I'm ready to tell you something else. And I've expressed to him in the past, like, yo, is there anything else that you want to tell me? And he was like, yes, there is, but I'm not ready, and I hope you understand that. So to me, it was like, you know, at this point, there is nothing that you can say to me that's gonna push me away in a negative way, unless it was, you know, crossing a boundary or something, or if it was, you know, something just so disgraceful, um or something that was gonna hurt me, right? But it was none of those things, and he understood, I guess, my terms or my boundaries. But it was something that happened to him long time ago, and I was like, okay, so it must have been really traumatic for him. I still want to be married to him. There's, you know, and I'm his wife, he's my husband. I have to be there for him during those things, during those times. And even if it's now or in the future, like I can't leave, right? Like I have to be there. And just knowing that, and telling him that, you know what, I am going to be here no matter when you want to tell me or how you're going to tell me. I will wait, I will be patient, and everything's going to be okay. And so, you know, later on he did express things to me. And yeah, it was it I don't think at that point it had anything to do with trust. It was just that you have to have the patience for that person, and not jump to negative thoughts like, oh, it must be like, you know, like he must have like a long lost child or something. That though, I that like I would, I don't know how I would handle that. Like I'd be like, you know what, no, I can't. But you know, if it were something like that, then yeah, that would be a little bit hard. But it wasn't along those lines where it was really dramatically gonna affect our relationship. But I think that part, we did have trust in each other. He did have that trust in me. It was just that, I think, in my opinion, it was just that was in the past. We're creating new memories, and we're just at our happiest, and he just had to get ready to tell me. Did I nail it or no?
Yeah. For me, it wasn't that I didn't trust you, and it wasn't that I didn't want to ruin anything. It was undoing a lot of, like I said, we were trained pretty much to not talk about our feelings, to not talk about anything. We don't talk. You know my family, we don't talk. So I was undoing all that stuff. That's what it was. It wasn't that I didn't trust you with what I was going to tell you. It wasn't that it was anything huge or anything, but yeah, it was just me undoing my training. I have to go do something real quick.
Okay, you want me to finish up the list?
Yeah.
Okay, go on and do that, babe. Are you gonna come back?
Yes, I'll come back.
Okay, go for it. Laura says, remember the blog we did about relationship manuals? I don't remember. Was it you guys that did it, or was I a part of that blog? I don't remember. It kind of sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. I know we talked about my yearbook. I know we talked about that. That was a scary place. Laura also says, trust and honesty is the most important thing in a relationship. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. And Laura says, that's awesome. Yes, it is. You know, of course, I got curious as to what he might have to tell me, and I know a lot of people would obviously be feeling the same thing that I was, but it was like our communication was just everything, you know, our friendship, our you know, just everything that we shared, it meant something. And for me, it was like, okay, well, whatever it is, you know, I'm trusting that it's gonna work out, it's gonna be okay, just as long as it doesn't you know, hurt us in a bad way. Then, you know, like, I'll wait and I'll support whatever it is, you know. And sometimes I feel like trust would fall out with people only because they get that they get like anxiety, and they get like they start to panic, and they're just like, no, you have to tell me right now, you have to tell me right now before we can move forward, because I don't want to waste my time. Like, that's, it's like, if things are like damn near perfect, and it's like, yo, like, this person should be worth the wait, and you should stay to understand. And you know, you should want to make things and keep things right with this person, and people are just so goddamn fucking afraid to do that, and I just don't understand. Laura says, it was me and Jeff whenever he was having problems with Kathy. Oh my gosh, you have to throw that at me. Do you still have it? Oh my gosh. You know what? You should re-release those on the thread on MeWe. Oh my god. That shit would be so damn funny. Okay, next one is shared values and goals. And it says, mature relationships often involve partners who share similar values and life goals. This alignment helps them in creating a sense of unity and purpose, contributing to the longevity of the relationship. I agree. Yes. Let me see. So you guys know that I make furniture, and you know, for me, I'm always telling Rob, like, you know, this is what I want to do, or this is the type of furniture I want to make, and this is, you know, what I need help with. The thing that I enjoy about Rob is that he's into the same things as I am, and he's like, oh, I'm willing to help. And for him, it's like, oh, but I'm scared to fuck up. And I'm just saying, like, yo, I can help you improve. Like, I can help you, I can teach you how to work certain machineries, and, maybe we can create together, maybe we can build together. And it's, they're just little short goals, whether it be for him or for myself, but it's the fact that we're doing things together. And he told me that he doesn't like to plan stuff. And for me, it's like, yeah, well, we're talking about doing this and we're talking about doing that. Like, what do you think that is? Like, we're actually planning something. Like, and yeah, I think that opened him up into, like, planning stuff, right? And let's see, creating a sense of unity and purpose. There were a couple times where he mentioned that, like, that he understands his spirituality, like the spirituality part of purpose. And I'm like, yeah, you can go ahead and do that, because he's into journalism, like he's into, like writing short stories, and he's fucking great at it. And like, he creates quotes all the time, and I'm always telling him, like, hey, you should publish those, like, those are really, really good. And so for us, we both enjoy writing. And he reads a lot. He reads more than I do. I'm subscribed to Audible, where I have some highly educated person that's really good with those big ass words that even when I listen to it, I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? And you expect me to know as a listener what the hell it means? No, I don't. But okay. Yeah, I have someone read to me. I don't have time to read, so I have someone reading to me on Audible. But it's those things that I think keeps us united. It keeps us talking, because sometimes when he reads something and we just discuss it, like we just, you guys know me, you guys saw on the Twitter feed that I break everything apart and I can talk about those things individually. That's pretty much what we do together. And for us, I feel like it serves our purpose, so that we can discuss these things with everybody on the podcast, so that people don't fuck up their relationships, right? So, and yeah, contributing to the longevity of the relationship, absolutely. It keeps us connected. It improves, I think, our communication even more, even better. And yeah, so whether it's, writing or reading, or whether it's designing and putting together furniture, or teaching the other person how to work a certain machine, or you guys are brainstorming together, you're planning together off of these little activities. So yeah, for sure, like, if you have like little goals and stuff, like, I'm trying to encourage him to be like a published writer. And I do see that for him, because he's really, really good with words, and he's really good at understanding things. So yeah, absolutely. So the next thing is adaptability. And it says, life is dynamic and mature relationships adapt to changes. Partners are flexible, understanding that growth and external factors may impact a relationship, and they navigate these changes together. Yes, I just talked about that with him being in California and me being in Arizona. This is just what works for us right now, and it's adapting. I know for some people, and I'm saying this because I used to look at people like this from my past, where I've known couples, whether they're married or in a relationship. Oh, hi babe, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. Now I was just telling everybody that I've met people in the past that were in relationships, and they were like separate all the time. And I was always like, isn't that going to like impact you guys like in a negative way? Like you just like you being over here and you being over there. Like how, like, I don't see it working out. And they will always give their like, oh, well, I have to be over here because of my job, or I have to be over here because of my family. We just can't do it right now. So they had to adapt to like not being together, right? So for us, it's like, yeah, we've been apart. Obviously. Like we didn't live in the same city or whatever, and we connected online. And it is quite different to me, like, than just being single and being apart. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Being single, what?
Oh, hush. So,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
okay. Wait. Laura says, how far apart are you guys? Like, how many hours away are you? 6 hours.
6 long hours.
6 short hours. Yeah, you know what? Driving 6 hours isn't nothing to me.
Yeah.
It's because even Laura knows that I drove a lot. So 6 hours is like really nothing. Like from here to my reservation is only 4 hours, so that's like over the hill. It's fine. So adapt to changes. I think when we got together and started like spending time together like physically, it's been like I want to say about a year before I actually got into a relationship with Rob. That yeah, it was when we got together. It's like I don't want to adapt. Like I don't want to go back home by myself. Cause me, I get attached. Like I get emotionally attached. I get physically attached. Like I have to touch him. Like I have to hug him. I have to hold his arm, hold his hand. Like I gotta, like, even laying in a bed, like my hand just plops on his, like on somewhere on his body. Like I have to touch him. And being apart, like I would be crying already like the day before I have to come back home. And it's like, I'm already missing you. Like I was fucking a wreck. And like it's yeah, like adapting to, like that, to being apart. But it's other things too. What about you?
Understanding the reason why we have to be apart. But like you said earlier, we do have that spiritual side too. So I can be there right now. You feel me touching you? You feel it? No, I'm just kidding.
Baby.
I just want to make sure.
Not now.
Hey, your sex coach is in the chat. So.
Laura's like, haha, I bet you gotta touch him. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, babe, me and Laura are nasty bitches, man. I learned from her. Yo, Laura, I was gonna do a podcast talking about all the things that I said I wouldn't do with my with my partner, to all the things that I'm fucking doing right now. And he knows it too. Can I tell her one, babe? I was gonna say I was telling Rob that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do a podcast talking about all the things that I said I wouldn't do that you're actually like making me want to do. And I said, you want to know what the one is? And he goes, what? And I said, yeah, I didn't even know that I can come on my own back. Yes. Episode coming soon.
You've been teasing that episode for almost a year now.
I don't give a damn. I still can't believe it. Shit, man. I don't care. It's still relevant. I still can't believe. So, what was number 9?
I have no idea what the heck we're talking about.
Okay, you know what? I got it. The next one. The next one is quality time and independence. Hold on. Laura said I had an orgasm going down the road. Nice. You know what? I'm kind of curious as what the impact looked like. Oh my god. How far did it spread? She said my car made me calm. Yo, what type of whip was it? Yo, if you say it's a Ford, it's gonna get Rob mad. He doesn't like Ford trucks. Or Ford anything. That's hilarious. I fucking love that. Oh my gosh. See, Laura, what you turned me into?
Don't blame her.
I will, because I did learn from her. Everything that she ever said to me, I fucking Googled it. I was like, holy shit. She says, I swear that was the best car I ever owned. Holy shit. You know what? I try to do that, but sometimes I get lightheaded, and Babe knows all about that.
Yeah.
Yup.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen before, though.
Shh.
Okay, a Dodge. You're good.
Yeah, Laura says it was a Dodge Colt. Damn. I wonder who the next owner is, and if they have the same reaction, the same experience. Oh my god. We're gonna get banned on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Quality time and independence. You want to read it?
Let me see. I think I lost it. Balancing quality time spent together with individual pursuits is a sign of maturity. Partners appreciate the importance of both shared moments and personal space to create a healthy relationship. Yes. Come here, but go over there. Get over here, but not too close. Balanced.
Well,
yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I'm thinking about sex, and none of this is making any sense anymore. So, take it away.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It was the Dodge Colt, wasn't it? Oh my god. Laura's Dodge is turning Rob on. Oh my god.
Nope. It's not
Oh my gosh. She said sorry I started it. Yeah, kinda. Let's see. The only thing that I can think of when it comes to this, like the space, is when you weren't feeling well and you told me that you're like, yo, like if you want to go out and do deliveries, go for it. Just to give you time to chill out and rest, and even though I didn't want to leave you, like I was still like, um like, hey, like I love you, like, you want me to bring you something, or and then when I got home, it was like I gave you snuggles. I gave you snuggles, and it's like, oh, let's go get something to eat, or you want me to bring it. But I did respect your personal space, especially when you tell me that, like, hey, like I need a spiritual moment. I'm gonna pray, I'm gonna meditate, I'm gonna write. And I give you your moments, like I give you your your space. Um yeah, for me, I can't recall when I really wanted to be alone. Because I know one of the things that I told you was that I'm tired of doing things alone. Like I'm tired of eating alone. I'm tired of driving alone, working alone, doing deliveries alone. Just I just I always want you around. But I know when you came to visit, you would be working in the living room and I would be in the office. So it did feel good that you were in that, we're in the same house, and you can still feel that love, that connection. Even though we're giving each other space, we're in two different rooms. So it wasn't like, oh, you're over there and you're just like ignoring me, or like you're over there talking to other people, or like I've never once felt that. So I think that's where that trust would come in.
Yep.
But yeah, I think because we're comfortable in our personal space, like we still come back to each other. So it's either like you come in the office and you're just checking on me, you're giving me hugs and kisses, and you go back out there. I don't feel like, oh, so you don't want to be in the same room with me. Like, I don't give you that attitude. So, let's see. Laura says, every time we ever get on a blog, the subject always turned to sex. Yes, it did. Because we were two horny bitches. I don't know about that part. I mean, I know you were, and you were very apparent that you were. I remember when you were talking about Pinocchio, and you were like, yeah, like you want the motherfucker to lie to you. And I was just like, I think I said Buzz Lightyear. And then you were like, oh, you'd fuck him. And I'm like, no, I'm just talking about just kicking it with Buzz Lightyear.
You're just naming characters. She's talking about sex.
And I know for her it was like Buzz Lightyear, like he was like a whole ass vibrator or something. I was like, no. She said, lie to me, lie to me. Poor Pinocchio. Oh man, she'll never be done with his ass. Oh dear. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she stopped in 2011, but we might just kick her off with in 2024, trying to find somebody. Yes. Yes.
Yes, give it another chance.
Never give up. The next one is gratitude and appreciation.
Partners in a mature relationship express gratitude and appreciation for each other. They acknowledge and celebrate each other's contributions, thus building a positive and supportive atmosphere.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, man. Never mind.
What?
Nothing.
No, what?
I'm grateful for you, babe.
Aww. Why were you holding that back?
That was not what I was gonna say.
Oh shit.
Thank you for this morning.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
No, but yes, I do appreciate you. Everything you do.
Aw, I appreciate you. And we do tell each other every day. You know, Rob knows that I can get very down on myself. Like I could put myself down. You know, I do a lot of the times get discouraged about the things that I want to do, and it does kind of go all the way back to when I told you guys that um you know, just I don't want to disappoint him. Like I just I'm always planning stuff, and it's like it just doesn't work for me, and it's just the little things that I try to do. Like he sees it. He sees the little things that I'm trying to do, and he just makes it a very huge um effect. You know, like I done something big. And sometimes when I'm by myself, I feel like, oh, like that wasn't shit. Like that was something that I was supposed to do. It's nothing. Rob makes me feel like I just conquered the world, because he does understand how little small petty things have such a huge weight on me. And he's always telling me like, hey, like you did it. Like you you may not have done, or you know, things didn't go the way that you wanted it to, but you did accomplish things. And for me, it's like, you know, if you guys know Rob, he doesn't lie. Rob does not lie. He means what he says. And I think that's the most thing that people from his past, they're afraid about him, is him telling them how they really are. That freaks them the fuck out. So when he tells me stuff, I know it's not I know it's not ass pats. Like I know it's not because I'm his wife. It's not because of any of those things. Is that he sees how strong I am. Like I know I'm a strong person. Like I know I am. But I do get in those moods where I'm like, I could have done better. Like fuck, man. Like why the fuck did I do it? Like I beat myself up. And Rob, like he's always telling me like, you know, I'm proud of you, or I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful that you did this. You know, thank you for this and that. Um, you know, he's very supportive, and he's every time I'm negative, he's positive. So and we we have our own little celebrations that we give to each other. And yeah, I'm always grateful for the little things that he tells me, because it does impact me in a very big and positive way. So thank you, babe.
You're welcome, baby. I, man, there's no words. There's no words.
Yeah, I know how you feel. Like, cause you tell me all the time. And um again, I just think that it's one of those things that people may think is, yeah, it sounds cliche. You know, it sounds like, you know, oh yeah, well everybody says that in a relationship. But it's almost like, yeah, well, you guys only know what we tell you. Like what they say, like that's all we're ever gonna know, but we don't know if it's true. Um I think for us, what makes us different, and we've been told this a couple of times, that you know, people say that when they listen to our podcast, they say that, oh, you guys get along very well, like the way that you guys talk to each other. Like it's not, it's, well, I hope it don't sound fake, you know, but it, people say like, oh, you guys sound as real as you guys sound. And what's wild to us, and sometimes we beat each other up when we like, yo, like we were just talking about this and we should have been recording. You know, because what you guys are hearing right now is literally how we talk off the phone. Like, this is how we talk off the air in person. And, you know, there's nothing fake about it.
Yeah. Some of the best topics that we've had, we didn't even record them. We were just talking. That's crazy.
Laura says that's great. It helps to have encouragement. Yes. You should, your partner should always keep encouraging you and not give up on you. You know, because that one moment where you start to feel like they giving up on you, yeah, you're just, you find yourself all in it. Like, you're just like, oh, well, if he doesn't have faith in me, then yeah, like, I shouldn't. So yeah, it is, I don't know, like, it wouldn't be a reflection, right, baby? Like, it,
Well,
like you're looking in a mirror and then they're just reflecting you back at yourself. Would it be that or no?
well, what, me upping you? Me encouraging you?
Well, if somebody that, okay, like the person that you're with, like if they start to not have faith in you, like they start like, oh, you're not gonna do it, so I'm gonna quit telling you.
Yeah. Well, you can always tell a healthy, a good relationship on how the partner looks or how they present themselves. You can always tell if you introduce your girlfriend to someone and they're all beaten up and shit, like not physically beaten up, but they're all down on themselves. They're not confident. They're not secure. Then it kind of reflects how you treat them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people should see, but just something else now. But yeah, the person that you're with should be a reflection of you, how you treat them, how well you take care of them, and I mean it does show. People pay attention to the show. You got big things coming, babe. I hope you're ready for it. And no, I'm not talking sex.
Shit, man. It's gonna be on once we kick this off. Shit.
I'm gonna catch a flight.
Oh. I'll be there. I'll be there
No,
at the
I'll
airport.
be there.
No, I'll be at the airport. Shit, swooping you up, get some in and out, some kissing, hugging, and licking.
Some more in and out.
Lube it up.
This was supposed to be a mature podcast.
It is now.
No. I told you cannot have a mature topic with me on the line.
Oh my god! You know what? I think Laura's energy.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's Laura's energy. She's like, okay, calm down. Yeah, right, Laura. Shit, you got us both excited, Laura. See what you do? See what you do? Shit, man, we gotta send her a man. Yeah.
Where is she? Where's Laura at?
You're still in Alabama, right? She's like, oh, snap. Yo, you ever see that guy, Laura, on, he's trending on Instagram and TikTok? He's like this, again, me and Dina Joe, we used to call him our silver fox, but he's this guy that, like, he's like salt and pepper hair, long hair, he slicks it back, he has like a goatee, and like, yeah, and he looks Italian, but I don't know what he is, but he's a model, like he models suits, business suits, gator shoes. You know, he dresses like real professional. He's always having like a Rolex on. Yeah, and all he do is like walk in slow motion on TikTok, and like, yeah, like we're just like drooling over this guy. And yes, I used to drool over him before I got on rap, man. Yeah. But
I'm
shit.
the complete opposite of that.
Yeah, Rob's a woodsman. Yes. Mm-hmm. Imagine Rob picking up a tree trunk. I'm that tree trunk. Yeah, he be splitting me apart, you dig?
Oh no.
Looking sharp. Ooh,
You too bastard, buddy.
damn. Just shut us down already. We ain't gonna stop. We're not gonna stop. Yeah, he throw me and toss me over there. He tossed me over there. Yeah. Shit. Corkscrew. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my god.
Okay. She said never heard of him. I'll send you a link. Yeah. Yeah, he's a model. So I think that wraps it up for this article. Anything else you want to add?
No.
Well, thank you, babe, for joining me on panel.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And I will for sure see your sexy ass in the bedroom. Laura says, I think y'all need to get off of here and have a section. Thank you, Laura, for being here. And yeah, I will drop her. You want me to drop your profile, your MeWe profile, Laura? Get more people over to listen to your voice blogs. Yeah, let us know and I will do that. But thank you, Laura, for joining us on the live. And she said that we can, so that's what we will do. And yo, no harassing her, okay? You leave my mammy alone. Unless you're the dude in the business suits and the gator shoes. Yes. Otherwise, hit up Laura. Bye, Laura. I love you. Yes. All right. And yeah, thank you guys for pressing play, tuning into the live show, and don't forget to add, rate, comment, subscribe, follow, and share. And all of the links to the Twitter and to the article, they will be posted along with Laura's information. So be sure to check the description box. And yeah, you will see Rob and I in the next Y Run podcast live. Check you guys in. Peace.
Later, y'all.